Salisbury Soroptimists have been working on a women's safety project called Making Our City Safer. The project started after the horrendous murder in London of Sarah Everard in March 2021 and the extensive public debate about women's safety that followed. We felt that we needed to respond in some meaningful way. We started by gathering data on reported crime from Wiltshire Police and talking to members of our community. We concluded that while Salisbury is safer than many other cities, there is still work for us to do. We formed a partnership with the local community group Safer and Supportive Salisbury. Together, we organised a community conference in November 2021. Attendees were split into 3 workshops and asked to identify actions that could be delivered in the following year. We used these ideas to create an action plan for 2022 and recruited several influential partners to form a steering group to help us deliver it. We became standing members of a local council committee tasked with providing updates on women's safety initiative. We decided to audit how many of our street lights weren't working and to identify dark corners in the city centre. A detailed report of the results was presented to Wiltshire Council. We piloted ideas for working with local schools, employers and sports clubs. Lessons learned have helped us to move the project forward. In October, we held a public event to provide an update on progress made during the year. It included stands from lots of local organisations contributing to safety in our community, demonstrations and short talks. We also had a speaker event featuring Dame Vera Baird KC and our police crime commissioner. We finished off the year with the Orange the World stall in Salisbury Market Square to promote the 16 days of activism. For 2023, we decided on a grassroots approach aimed at encouraging our community to share responsibility for making change. We broke the project down into work streams and agreed that our Orange the World campaign at the end of the year would draw much of this together. We refreshed data on reported crime in the city, and we ran a survey to find out how local women feel about safety in the city. We promoted the survey at events, in our networks, and using social media. We partnered with a domestic abuse charity to organise an awareness-raising event on International Women's Day in the Market Square. We created a leaflet and made display boards about the project, which we took on tour. We talked to lots of people about the issues of safety and gathered contacts. We did another round of streetlight audits and persuaded the council to spend money on a survey of the dark places that we'd found. We investigated and promoted existing schemes in the city which support women's safety. We also talked to Pubwatch and local pubs about the effectiveness of these schemes. From their feedback, we know there is much more to do to make a real difference here. We're supporting local schools in delivering an event in November, which will cover active bystander training, consent and online pornography. We hope that most of the local schools will attend. We have been piloting training options and learning from this. We have built contacts with local employers and have encouraged them to train their staff in active bystander training and/or awareness of domestic abuse. We also plan to involve many businesses in the 16 days of activism for Orange the World. We started planning our 2023 Orange the World campaign early. We have good support for decorating and lighting the city in orange, as well as a film night and a market stall and other decorations around the city. We hope that combined with the training, this campaign will reach a significant number of local residents. In response to the online abuse experienced by one of our members, who is also a local councillor, we discussed the issue with Wiltshire Police. In partnership with them, we've launched Operation Awake, a protocol for women in public office to report incidents of gender abuse. The project has now been running for 2.5 years. In 2023 alone, it has involved a huge amount of effort, with many members of our club contributing in different ways. We've built a position of influence on women's safety locally. We have good relationship with the local press and are now working closely with 11 local organisations. The Mayor of Salisbury credited us with changing the conversation on women's safety in the city. Although we found many aspects of the project challenging, we have been heartened to find that there are many people willing to listen and help us make our city safer.